Hello students from RDC Junior High and welcome to Mr. Hodges Science class, a flipped edition. So what are we going to be talking about in our flipped video today is our question. We are going to be talking about buoyancy force. What is buoyancy force? What makes some things float and some things sink? Pretty easy concept to imagine. We've seen this demonstrated in daily life. But in terms of a concept, it's one that we definitely need to master, and it's one that leads to some more in-depth content as we go further on with our physical sciences. So in today's video, I want you guys to check that out as we go into the lab, and here is our video checklist. I want you guys to first watch the video, then conduct your own experiment. This is pretty easy to do. You can use household materials, anything that demonstrates a floating object and adding weight to it and its displacement in water. Last, I want you guys to go to your science journals. We did this at the beginning of this unit, filled out some of these big questions that we wanted to answer, and I want you to answer some of those questions in your journal so that we can talk about those in class. Enjoy the flip video, and I'll see you in class.
Today, we are going to be talking about buoyancy. Have you ever wondered why water rises in a container when you add things to it? Today we are going to use a simple experiment to answer this question. Before we begin, let's cover some definitions. First, we have buoyancy force, an upward force that a fluid exerts on objects immersed in it. Second, we have displacement. In water, the amount of liquid that is displaced will be equal to the buoyancy force. If these definitions are a little bit unclear, don't worry and stay tuned. Let's begin. Here we have a glass of water containing food coloring. Watch as I force the ball down into the liquid. When I let go, notice how the ball is pushed up and floats on the surface. This is that upward force being exerted onto the ball. Now, what happens if we add weight to the clip attached to the ball? Here I have a metal washer on the clip. If you look closely, you can see that by adding weight to the object sinks lower and the water level in the glass is raised. What we are witnessing here is displacement. Inside our glass, the water is made of many particles of mass that we cannot see. When we add more mass, like we've done here, more liquid is displaced. Now, let's see what happens when we double the number of washers attached to the ball. Before I do this, let's mark the water level on the glass when it contains the ball and the washer. When I add another washer, the amount of water displaced is doubled. This supports the theory that the buoyancy force, again, that upward force, is equal to the amount of water that is displaced. Last, I'm going to mark our glass again and add another washer. As you can see, the water is raised by an equal amount. So, what can we deduce from this observation? If we double the amount of weight, we double the amount of displaced water. If we triple the amount of weight, we triple the amount of displaced water, and so forth. Hopefully this experiment clarifies buoyancy force and water displacement. Thank you for watching.